Y'all, come on in, like the video, share the video, subscribe, and let's get into this whole Will Smith, Chris Rock, Jada situation. And what we're going to do with this whole scenario is break down the whys. Okay, we're going to break down the whys. Um, Again, y'all like the video, share the video. I appreciate you guys for pulling up. I know this is very impromptu. This is something that just happened. And a lot of my people was like, Danica, you gotta talk about it. You gotta talk about it. And since it's along the lines of what we talk about on our platform, we have to dive into it. You guys know me. I'm not really into what's trendy and what's popping. Like I don't do that. But when it's relative to what we do, oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. So first things first, y'all go ahead, like the video. We can hit 200. I appreciate you guys for pulling up. So let's first dive into why Will did it. Okay, let's dive into why Will slapped the hell up out of Chris Rock. All right, he slapped the hell out of him, turned his ass into Chris Clay, bitch. Ain't no damn right. This is Chris Clay, bitch. Chris Mush. The reason why Will did it is this, you guys. If you think that Will Smith is not privy to all of the slick remarks made about his wife, made about his relationships, if you guys think that Will Smith is not in tune with all of the things that people are saying about him being soft, weak, a simp, a beta, his woman being for the streets, all of that. If you think that he's not hip to what the word on the street is about him and his relationship, and most importantly, his wife, you are a damn fool. All right, you are a damn fool. Now, a lot of you guys are like, "Oh, I'm so disappointed in Will Smith. You know, he should have held himself together. It wasn't even that serious. It was just a harmless joke, which went sideways, or whatever the case was." Sure, but you have to understand this. It's a build-up. Do I agree with Will Smith hopping on stage in front of the world and slapping another black man? Like, no, it makes us all look bad. Let's just be real, you guys. All right. I know a lot of y'all not into the black collective and black family and black people stuff. Okay, cool. But let's just really boil it down. It made us look really hostile as a people and ghetto, right? Like, damn, they can't even keep their composure in events like this. You know what I mean? So, but we're gonna keep it over there. We're not gonna dive too deeply into that. Yes, to answer your question though, I do feel like Will Smith should have kept his cool. He shouldn't have did that. The joke, it could have been something that was a trigger though, right? Because we already know that Jada has struggled with alopecia and losing her hair and things of that sort. And so that probably was a low blow for her, especially with her being so vulnerable about her battles with her hair, and her feeling like her hair was kind of like her identity and losing that, you know, because Jada has always had like this long, beautiful, curly, wavy type of hair. And you know, a lot of people identified her by her hair, like, oh, her hair is so beautiful. What's that? And so she was vulnerable enough to bring that forward to the world and let us know, like, hey, I'm actually losing something that I prided myself on. You know, I'm losing this thing. And so for the first joke, I don't know. I don't watch TV. Like, I don't watch TV. Like, I'm a app girl. Like, me and my husband, we chill, we watch shows like that are on Netflix or Hulu and you know, stuff like that. But as far as like watching like award shows and stuff like we don't do that. So I'm not really sure what transpired with the whole joke. And like, was it the first joke that he made? You know, was it the opening of the night and he just went in on Jada? I don't know. But with Will already having the world laughing at him, laughing at his woman, laughing at their marriage, laughing at their relationship. That was just the straw that broke the camel's back. This is why you guys can look at Will and be like, well, damn, it wasn't even that serious. Why is he turning up so much over that joke? You know, it was much worse that has been said. But you got to understand the context of it all, right? Again, I'm not defending. I'm just using my divine intuition, all right? My divine feminine intuition and giving y'all the insight scoop on what's going on, what's at play here. Will has all of these critiques about him, his wife, his marriage from everybody on social media. You're going into, was it the Oscars, you guys? Was it the Oscars? Again, I'm not even sure. I don't watch this shit. I think it was the Oscars. You have all of these heightened emotions, right? Will is going to win an award, or he's nominated for awards, or whatever the case is. So you have all these heightened emotions. He's probably feeling anxious. He's feeling excited. He's feeling nervous. He's feeling on edge. Like, you have all of this working within you, right? Let's put ourselves in the shoes of a Will Smith. You have all of these different heightened emotions going on, probably simultaneously, right? This is the highlight of your career or your life, whatever. So when you go in, you got all these emotions going on, and you're feeling amped, and you're feeling anxious and excited, and you're full of this energy. And then the host. Again, everybody across the world is watching this show. Then you have the host point out your wife and make a laughing stock out of her, make a joke out of your wife. Again, you already have all of these people on social media saying whatever the case is about his one being for the streets, him being weak, him being soft, his woman cheating on him, whatever. And then you make a joke. And again, as harmless as, hey, your hair, you look like the chick on this TV show, you know. Now, initially, you guys can see, and again, we're going to use our divine intuition and insight. We got the divine intuition, okay? If you guys peep game, Will initially laughed. Will Smith initially chuckled at that joke. This is why. All right, and y'all give us 420 likes. This is why. And I see y'all donations. I'll read those in a second. I appreciate you guys. But I gotta get through the whys now. I gotta get through the whys. Y'all give us 430 likes. Will Smith initially laughed. And the reason why he initially laughed at that joke was because he's in this public eye, right? And they're all about image. They're all about making sure that they are being presentable for the world. So this is why a Will Smith or Jada would initially just laugh it off. It's not that big of a deal. Boom. Again, Will Smith is concerned about his image. You know, this shit is really bothering him though. See, let's touch on the different layers and levels. You have some men out there that really don't give a fuck. Okay, they really don't. Like, for instance, my husband, he really does not give a F. When he says he don't give a fuck, he does not. He's not worried about what people are saying about his wife on social media, saying about him on like my husband is the epitome of I don't give a fuck. I know the truth. I know who I am. I'm a solid ass dude. Boom, whatever. That just comes with the territory. And there's plenty of men out there that are like that. Right? But Will Smith, the energy that I pick up on with Will Smith is he has a very passive aggressive type of attitude. And what he does is try to play it off like he doesn't care, but he does. Right? And again, he's doing this in an attempt to shield and protect the image of his family. Right? Oh, we don't care. Oh, no, that's not a big deal. Whatever. Ha, he, ha, ha. But he really does. And it really did get to him. Now, the reason, once again, why he initially laughed it off is because this is the game they always play. We're always going to play the card of, oh, it's not that serious. Oh, we can take a joke. Oh, we don't really care. Oh, we let it roll off of us. Not that big of a deal. Whatever. He. But what triggered Will, okay, was not only the fact that, again, he is hip. He is aware of the things that are being said about him being soft, him being a beta, his wife being for the streets, all of these different things. He's aware of these things. Again, he was going to play it off though. And then he has all these heightened emotions. Again, this is a big deal. It's a big event. But then what triggered Will was, what broke the camel's back was this. Because again, he's used to playing this shit off. He looked at Jada. Will looked at Jada. Will peeped Jada's reaction. Y'all give us 520 likes. Will peep Jada's reaction. See, usually they both would just, oh, ha, 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 not that serious. Oh, we don't care. Oh, it's just jokes. See, Will was ready and willing to continue to play that card. But then he looked at Jada, and Jada was like, I'm tired of this shit. Because this is something, obviously, that really bothers Jada, right? This is something that probably makes her feel extremely self-conscious as far as her appearance, or her no longer feeling as sexy or vibrant or youthful or young. It's so many different elements that go into women and our insecurities and things that we deal with. Like, we can take as many jokes as possible about us being hoes and run throughs and whatever, but when it comes to things that we feel define us as women, that could really strike a nerve. And that's when she was like, you know what, this is fucked up. Like, this is something that I'm struggling with. You know what I mean? And men, y'all may not understand this, but us women, we love to feel youthful and beautiful and vibrant. And when we are going through something that is so, I don't know, highlighting of the fact that we no longer have that youthfulness or beauty or whatever the case is, such as losing your hair or getting wrinkles or, getting gray hairs, whatever the case is. Y'all know women. Come on, it's female nature. We're very vain when it comes to things such as our looks. And so that was something that really triggered Jada. And that's what got her in her feelings. That's why she was like, I'm not laughing at that, because I was vulnerable enough to share with the world my struggle with my hair. This is why I came on camera with the head wraps and the scarves and the hats, because I was ashamed of this. And so now here I am living my truth, so to speak, showing myself to the world like this. And the first thing you're going to do on such a public platform in front of the world is make fun of the very thing that I had to push myself and be vulnerable enough to expose. You made that the joke. Again, y'all know women. Again, you can call them all kind of bitches, hoes, for the streets. It's just like, nigga, whatever. Yo, daddy like it. But when you say something to where when you make fun of something to where they had to be extremely vulnerable in order to, expose themselves in that way to the world. Oh, it's like, damn, that is how you strike a nerve. And so Will peeped that game. He was like, damn, my wife is not laughing at this. Like, this is something that's bothering her. This probably really hurt her. And so we usually laugh this shit off. But since this is bothering her, and I'm already hearing all this bullshit about our relationship and our marriage and how I'm a simp and how I'm a beta and how I'm weak and how she's cheating on me and I don't got my bitch in order and all this, it was just like, oh my God. And then on top of that, this is the highlight of my career, the highlight of my life in front of the world. You're mocking me in front of the fucking world. This is something to where everybody watches. I am not going to allow you to make me or my wife the laughing stock here. I can't just brush this shit off, especially when my wife is not. Again, it'd probably be, I bet it would be a different story if Jada would have laughed it off. If Jada would have laughed it off, he would have kept his composure. But he has these other things going on in the back of his mind, you guys, about him being weak and him being a beta and him being somebody that is not protective of his woman or whatever the case is. And so when he sees that his woman is feeling exposed and vulnerable in this way and attacked in this way, now it's like, oh shit, it's my time to show and prove that fuck nah, we're not going for this. Because then that would be a direct attack on my masculinity, my manhood. If my woman has an obvious problem with the mockery and I just sit back and laugh at it, that's when he was like, oh, fuck nah. Because if I don't stand up for her now, I will show and prove to the world that I am this weak ass beta male ass nigga. Like that's what's going on in Will's mind. And so now it's right there in his face. It's not something that's just being talked about. Now your wife has a problem with what just transpired. What are you going to do about that as a masculine alpha male? Are you just going to laugh that shit off and let the world laugh at her? He looked at his woman. He was like, ah, shit. I got to defend her. I got to show and prove. She feels attacked. That's my woman. And again, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about Jada being for the streets, her being a hoe, her being ran through, whatever. At the end of the day, that's still that man's wife, bro. And so you can't tell a man how to feel about his woman. Whatever you say, you can't tell a man how to feel about his woman. So when he saw that she was exposed in that way and she felt attacked in that way, that's when Will was like, oh, okay, enough is a fucking enough. I was going to laugh it off one more again, but my wife has a problem with this. She feels attacked and exposed in front of the world. Now this is my time to show and prove. Don't play with my shit. I don't play about mine. Right? So that's why Will did it. He's aware of him being the laughing stock. He's aware of what people are saying about him and his wife and his relationship online, all of these different things. You know, again, he has all these heightened emotions. You know, I'm sure it was a lot of adrenaline and he's feeling anxious and excited and just on all kinds of like energies within him. And so when he was placed in a position to where he had to defend his woman because again, she's feeling attacked. She's feeling sad. She's not feeling good about this. Now it's like, okay, enough is a fucking enough. And that's why he did it. Okay. No, you guys, this was not something that was fake. No, this was not fake. Hold on, you guys. Y'all give us 940 likes. Hold on. And you guys, I want you guys to know this. I'm aware, and I agree with you guys when you say, "Oh, that was some weak shit that Will did." I would never want my husband to respond in the way that Will responded, because let me tell you why. The reason why, as a woman, I wouldn't want my man to do that is because now you let them know you have a weak point, you have a soft spot. You know what I'm saying? You never want to expose your weaknesses, and that's what Will did. You know, so it could go both ways. It can go both ways. It could either indicate that, okay, on one end, people could look at it like, oh, well, that's a macho man, you know, that's an alpha male. He's gonna protect his woman. He's gonna defend her honor, so on and so forth. All that, that's commendable. And then on the other side, it's like, man, that was some weak shit. Why would you allow a man to get to you like that, to make you react in that way, to make you respond in that way? Right? So it could go both ways. But me personally, I would not want my husband to respond that way. Because again, you let them know your weakness. You let them know that you have a soft spot and a trigger, and you never do that shit. Especially not for a woman. And I know, y'all, that can sound so bad, but it's just the truth. Because if I can get to you through a woman, I can probably get to you through anything else. Right? But let's explore this for a second. Kay says exactly. Look, listen, he said Jada belongs to the streets. Look, you guys can honestly feel like Jada is for the streets. She is still that man's wife. Right? Again, you can't tell a man how to feel about his woman, period. I don't give a fuck what you say about her. That's still my woman. And as my wife, as her husband, I should say, I have to defend her. Otherwise, I do look weak. Right? Now, let's get into this. Will exposed himself. This is why I have an issue with that. Now, your worst enemies and people that don't like you or whatever, if somebody wants to get to you, all they have to do is bring up Jada. And it doesn't even have to be within the realm of, oh, she's for the streets, oh, she's a hoe, oh, she's this. All I have to do is say something about, all I gotta do is make a joke about your bald-headed wife, and you're gonna snap. You know what I'm saying? Like, now we know that is the ultimate trigger for Will and Jada. If you want to get under their skin, if you want a response out of them, you want a reaction out of them, talk about that bitch being bald. You never do that. You never do that. You know what would have been gangster? If Will walked up on the stage, took the mic out of his hand, and checked the world. Not slapped him. No, but took the mic, like, give me that mic. Let me tell y'all motherfuckers something. Y'all all y'all motherfuckers, keep my wife's name out of all y'all bitch ass mouths. Under any circumstance, should you say shit about my wife, I will personally beat your ass. He should have made a public service announcement. That would have been gangster. I'd have been like, damn, he told us. Ooh. He told us we better not say shit else about Jada. And then I would have said, now carry on with the show, but Chris, all love to you, brother, but don't say shit the fuck else about my wife. I would have handed him back the microphone and sat down with my Will Smith smile. Like, hey, yeah. That's what I would have. That would have been some gangster shit. But the fact that he slapped him, that exposed the fact that he's very emotional about it. You don't do that. You don't do that, you guys. You don't do that. And it's one of those things with guys, with men, to where I feel for y'all, because y'all aren't able to expose yourselves emotionally. You're not able to be vulnerable in that way, as far as letting people know, like, this hurt my feelings or this bothers me or whatever the case is. But I'm sorry, but it's just a double standard. You have to keep your emotions under control. You have to keep that in alignment. You got to keep that in check, because what you don't want to happen is for people to know, like, oh, I can get to him like this. I can get to him like that. You got to keep your composure all the time. You know what I mean? So that's my only critique with it. I feel like it was uncalled for. I feel like it was, and again, I feel like it was tacky. I should say that it was tacky. Especially with the event. You know what I mean? Like, this is something that's supposed to be professional and classy, and for everybody to be able to enjoy and experience, from all over the world. And so I wouldn't have responded that way on that stage. Okay. And no, it was not fake, you guys. A lot of people are like, oh, I think it was just for clicks and views. Oh, I think it was just, to get people riled up. No. And if you are a true game people, you are able to witness and see that was real. It was nothing staged about that. The way Chris Rock responded and reacted told it all. The way Chris Rock responded to being slapped told it all. He was like stunned. He was like, "Oh my God, did that really happen?" Like he didn't know how to articulate what happened. He didn't even know like what to do next. Like he started stumbling over his words. He was trying to, and if you would pay attention to the tonality of what Chris Rock was saying, he was like, "Oh, I won't," He was like, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth." The way Chris responded, it was like, "Whoa, chill, bro. I got you." That was not staged. It was like he was really trying to like disarm Will. It was like, bro, okay, it's fine, it's cool. Like the way that he responded, the way that Chris responded told it all. That was not a stunt at all. Chris was really trying to calm Will down because he was like, damn, if I can imagine what's going on through Chris's mind. Chris is like, damn, if this man was ready and willing to stand up on national wide TV, okay, in front of the world, this is universal television right now, and walk on stage, compose, and then slap the dog shit out of me, this man, it's no telling what he'll do next. Will didn't give a fuck. Do you guys hear me? Will did not give a fuck at all. So I can only imagine what Chris was thinking. He was probably like, damn, let me just let this dude, know that, look, it's all love, bro. It was just a joke. It was harmless. Like, no, I'm on your side. Okay. Chris was like, Nationwide is on your side. Look, he needed Will to know Nationwide was on his side. Look, I won't say nothing else. You got my word is bond in this motherfucker. I won't say shit else. And so that's how I was able to see that was not something that was staged. That was real raw emotion. And it was something that was spontaneous, like spur of the moment. You know what I mean? Y'all laughing. I'm dead serious. That's how I picked up on the fact that this is real. And then if you could pay attention to Will after the fact, when he sat down, he was like, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. The emotion on his face, that was pure passion. It was passion. It was frustration. It was pain. It was embarrassment. All of these things are happening at once in that moment. And you can see that raw emotion on Will, which is why he broke down after the fact, because he knew, like, damn, I shouldn't have did that, but again, you got this buildup going on. You snap. And again, I'm not justifying it. Me personally, I just feel that I would not have wanted my husband to respond that way. But hey, it happened. All right. Y'all give us 1,500 likes. I appreciate you guys for pulling up. Thank you, Roberto. He says, been waiting for the female perspective on this one. The Red Pill Manosphere YouTube channels are having a field day with this. Look, I'm gonna give y'all my divine feminine intuition and insight, okay? As far as what I'm peeping game on, and again, you guys can agree or disagree. I'm open to it all. Let me see. It's a lot of comments in here. Thank you. I don't know how to say this. Is it Tremel? He says, wish I could have seen Jada's reaction when he did it. That would have said a lot too. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. The reason why Will did it in the first place was because of the reaction that he got from Jada. Jada looked hurt and embarrassed, right? Jada looked embarrassed and hurt. She was like, damn, he really highlighted something that I'm highly insecure about in front of the world. And everybody's laughing, you know? And so she looking at Will like, are you gonna laugh this one off too? And that's when Will was like, walk clean, he got clean up out of his damn seat and slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. Shit. He's like, you gonna laugh at this too? Because if you look at Jada, again, she was embarrassed. I can pick up on the fact that she felt humiliated, and she felt like, damn, like he's really going to use this insecurity to make a joke out of in front of the world. Like, damn. And then she looked at her husband and was like, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing this shit when I'm not laughing this one off. And that's when Will got his cue, and then he got all this emotion built up. And then on top of that, he's looking his wife in the face, and she's feeling triggered by this, and he's just like, slap the shit out of you. And that's what had happened. And that's what had happened. You guys, if I missed your donation, I apologize. I'm trying to keep up. It's so many of you guys in the building. I appreciate you guys. Y'all are here clowning. Thank you, Chris. Why he didn't smack August for talking smack? Let me tell you again. Let me tell you why. August, it was internet chatter, right? This is internet shit. But here, this is live. This is a major event. This is the highlight of our night or our career, whatever the case is. This is something that is done on a universal stage. It's one thing to just have hearsay and rumors and gossip and all of that on the internet. That's not something that's done in my face. And again, on such a stage that this is. Again, everybody from all over the world is watching this. And then on top of that, my wife is bothered by this. And the world is watching me to see how I'm going to respond, with my wife obviously having an issue with what was just said. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why he responded that way. And I really do believe it was like spur of the moment, adrenaline, just a lot of emotions, raw energy going and flowing through his veins and everything. And so it was like, you know what? I'm going to unleash it. Now, the real question would be this, Chris. Why Chris Rock? Let's get into that. Now, you say, oh, why didn't he have some amount of smoke for August Alsina, whatever? Again, I explained that, that's not something that's done in my face. That's just some internet shit. We can brush that off. You know what I mean? We can talk about it and brush it off, sweet on the road. But again, you got this wide stage, people all over the world are watching. My wife is feeling humiliated, adrenaline pumping, all these emotions, all this raw feeling. And so that's when you get that. But why Chris Rock? That's the real tea. Because I'm going to be honest. I don't believe that Will would have responded or reacted that way had it been somebody else on the stage. I don't. I don't believe that Will Smith would have walked up to anybody else and slapped the dog shit out of them. I believe that Chris Rock was the perfect person to make the example out of. That's what I believe. Chris Rock has a very I'm going to be honest. This is the energy I pick up on with Chris Rock. He has a very passive energy. Right? And I'm not saying that Chris is just like this weak, soft ass dude, but I get a very passive energy from him to where like you would expect him to respond the way that he did, to where it was like, oh, bro, no, it's cool. Anybody else, I don't believe that Will would have done that. I don't. With all of the raw emotions, all of the adrenaline, his wife looking at him like, oh my God, I'm humiliated. What are you going to do about it? Even with all of that going on, you know, the build up of people critiquing him online, on social media, around the world, whatever. I don't believe that it would have resulted in the same way that he did with Chris Rock. And I believe that is because Chris Rock has a very passive, do I want to say goofy? He has a very passive, goofy energy. I'm just going to be honest. This is just me as a woman. This is what I pick up on. I don't know Chris Rock personally. That's just the energy that I get. I get that Chris Rock would rather diffuse a situation than to escalate. Right? Chris Rock gives me the energy of, I would rather diffuse than to ignite. You slap me, I'm going to say, whoa, calm down, bro. I'm sorry. You slap me, I'm going to apologize type energy. Because I'm going to try to figure out, okay, what did I do in order to gain that response out of you? You know, Chris Rock gives me that type of energy to where he would try to understand the reason behind why you did something to him. And when he boils it down, he can come to the conclusion of, well, I did say that, and yeah, I did do that, and yeah, I didn't mean anything by it, but maybe to them it was something that was more, and so maybe I deserved it, and I won't take it any further than this. Like, yeah, it was my fault. I get that from Chris Rock. If somebody were to do something to him, I get that he would try to understand the origin before he would have said or did anything in a volatile manner. You know what I mean? And that's why I feel John says I agree. That's why I feel like Will did that. It was the perfect stage. Right? Both literal and it was the perfect stage. Figuratively, literally perfect. I get to show and prove to the world that I don't play about my woman. I get to show to the world that I am not somebody that you can just make a joke out of, not my wife. I get to show and prove that I am masculine, and I am a protector, right? I get to kill all of these different birds with this one slap. Okay? I get to kill all of these different birds with one slap. Don't fuck with me. And Chris was the perfect person to make an example, because again, he's not somebody that's gonna press charges or anything like that. You know what I mean? Now, I also pick up on this from Chris. I get that he's very like understanding. And if he feels like he was the person that provoked a situation, like he's not, once again, going to press the issue. Like, oh, Chris, he hit you. Do you want to press charge? Oh, no, man. I understand. You know, I shouldn't have did that. You know, a lot of emotions going on, you know. He's that type of guy. This is what I get. And I don't know Chris at all. Chris would probably beat Will's ass had he not been on that stage. We don't know. But I'm just telling y'all what I'm picking up on with my divine feminine intuition. Okay. I get that Chris follows quote unquote G code as well. So although I'm not going to press the issue or make a big deal out of it or fight you back or retaliate, I'm also not going to try to turn anything against you. You know, like I get that Chris again follows quote unquote street code to where no, I'm not gonna snitch. I'm not going to press charges on him. You know, that's I get that although Chris is very much so a passive, goofy type of individual, he still has to maintain a sense of masculinity to where he's not coming off as just like this weak noodle back ass nigga that gotta call back up. You know what I mean? I get that from Chris as well. And I get that's why maybe he didn't press the issue. He was like, oh nah. Because you know, it's one thing to get bitch slapped, but then to call the police and press charges, that's a whole nother level of bitch assness. I'm just not trying to get into. Kev says, Big sis, do you think that will hurt Will's career? That was crazy. Still a fan though, but damn. Do I think that it will hurt Will's career? No, I don't. I actually believe that it will gain Will a lot more sympathy and empathy with with people from all over the world because they're like, oh man, like he was just it could be articulated or it could be perceived as him just being vulnerable and raw, you know, and having all of this passion and love for his family. And, you know, I just had to do it because of, you know, me having such a strong urge or a strong need to protect my woman. I felt like she was being attacked and I felt like she was being humiliated. And, you know, me just being the strong, loving husband and father that I am, you know, I just had, it was the only way that I could protect her at that time. No, it won't hurt his career. No. If anything, it will gain a lot more respect for him. People have a lot more respect for him because they'll feel like once again, he was just being vulnerable and raw and the passion took over. And you know, that's what happened. They're not going to hold it against them. I don't believe so. No. If anything, people will just be more careful with how they deal with him. Thank you, Carlin. It says, Hey Danica, I asked this question on my socials. Imagine if Chris Rock had dodged that slap, came back with a right hook, and laid Will's ass out. What do y'all think we'd be talking about right now? Oh, if that would have happened, let me tell you what would have happened, Carlin. If that would have happened, it would be I gotta go there, Carlin, and say this. The black community, because y'all already know that they would pin it on us niggas. Okay, let's just be real. They would have been like, oh my God, you can't take these ninjas nowhere. Look at them in suits and ties. This is supposed to be a classy event. Damn, they would have the black community would have been scrutinized, not just them. If I were to be honest, that's what would have happened. They would have been like, damn, these look at see, this is why black people this, and this is why black people that. Oh, we're so embarrassed. This is why we can't get ahead. That's what it would have turned into. And I'm gonna say this, Carlin. And Will Smith would have been an even bigger laughing stock had Chris did that. Will Smith would have been a laughing stock at that point. Because it's like, oh, this weak ass nigga, you out there trying to defend this female that's for the streets, wife or not, and you got your ass knocked the fuck out over this bitch, right? That's what would have happened as well. But the majority of it would have revolved around black people, black men. They don't know how to act. They don't know how to do this. They don't know how to do that. And that can still be a narrative, but it would have been a bigger narrative had it been a full out fight or brawl on that stage. It would have been something that was highlighting the black community. This is my personal opinion. Um, let me see. Y'all, we better have at least 1,000 likes. Y'all like the video, share the video, subscribe. I appreciate you guys for pulling up. All right. We can hit 1,000 likes. Hold on, let me see. What else did I see? Y'all in here laughing, but y'all know I'm talking some real talk. Y'all already know your little big sister is going to be real with you. Thank you, Marcellus. He says, just wanted to send you a donation for speaking facts on your streams. I swear we have the same brain because exposing his weakness was exactly what I said. Keep doing what you do. Yeah, this is why I don't believe that Will should have did that. Now you let it be known that your woman is your weakness. You know, whenever she's feeling sad or whatever the case is, you're gonna respond like that. Like, you can't do that as a man. You have got to keep your guard up. You know what I mean? Like, and again, you could even still check people about your wife or about you or your relationship or your marriage, but to respond in that way, that I don't think that was the answer. Not in that way, because now you just look emotional. You know, and some people can still see you as weak. Let me also say this. People can still see you as weak for responding that way. Because it's like, damn, you're going to risk potentially going to jail, losing respect, being blackballed, losing your awards over a bitch that did not even respect you enough to keep what she was doing under wraps as far as dealing with other men and stuff of that sort. Like, either way, it's just gonna be a bad look. So no, I wouldn't have responded that way. But I mean, who knows, you guys, when you have the world watching and your woman is looking at you like, can you defend me or whatever? Like, who knows how you would respond in that under those circumstances. I mean, it's easy to outside look in and say, oh, that was weak for you to do that and blah, blah, blah. But who knows how you will respond when you feel like your integrity is being attacked, your masculinity is being attacked, your image is being attacked, your woman is being attacked, and then the world is watching. Like, who knows? Who knows? Thank you, Jerron. He says, hello, Sister D. Much appreciation to you. Yes, you're on point. Okay. I'm glad that y'all are understanding what I'm saying, you know? And I'm just trying to give you guys my divine intuition, okay? And what I see with this whole situation. Hold on. If I missed somebody, I apologize. Terenzo says, Nika's cookout yesterday was so good that someone got slapped on Sunday after the cookout from Friday. Look here. Look, you guys. Chris Rock had to be made an example out of. Okay? He was the perfect target for Will. Again, I do not believe that Will would have responded that way had it been somebody else on that stage. If anything, the scenario that I gave previously, as far as maybe him walking up on stage and taking the microphone and saying, hey, respectfully, you guys, I love my wife. I appreciate you guys and your love and support. And, you know, I know you guys can, you know, be harmless in your jokes and the things that you say, but can you please keep my motherfucking wife's name out of your motherfucking mouths? And then he would have went and sat down. I don't believe any palms would have touched faces. None of the sort. I don't believe that. If anything, he would have got on stage, popped his shit, and sat back down respectfully. But I believe that it was because it was Chris Rock. And again, he has this energy of passive goofy. Nothing but love and respect for Chris, though. You know what I mean? But that's the energy that he can give off. And people can try you for that. And he got tried and it worked. Like, he was the perfect example. Now, a lot of people can gain even more respect for Chris because it's like, damn, I applaud a man for not responding emotionally and attacking him back. You know? So this could actually boost up Chris. Now, some people may say, oh, he a weak ass dude. What kind of dude just gonna let somebody slap them on stage in front of the damn world to see? That was some bitch ass, that's some bitch made ass shit. And sure, you can say that, but I think more people would have a newfound respect for Chris for not doing it, for not retaliating or anything like that, but for being understanding of where Will Smith was coming from, or how he was feeling and why he did that. Key says wives should also protect their husbands. Red Table Talk made Will vulnerable. What we saw were the ramifications of exposing your life to the world. Oh, let's get into that. Let's get into that. Kimono. Let's get into that as well. And again, y'all like the video, share the video, subscribe. That's the next element that I wanted to dive into. That's the next element that I wanted to dive into. Now, let's get into Jada and her role in this situation, because she is not innocent. No. Jada is the reason for a lot of the scrutiny, pushback, critiques, judgments, the whole nine that Will Smith has been having to battle over the past few years. She is the reason. Right? So in the beginning, when we talked about, oh, well, you guys have to understand, Will has all these different things bottled up within him. He's hearing what you guys are saying about him. He's hearing what you guys are saying about his wife. He's hearing what you guys are saying about his marriage. He got all these things working up with him, and then somebody gets on this platform, this universal platform where the world is watching, and he makes a joke about this and makes them the laughing stock, yeah. But the underlying message to this all is Jada. Jada and Will, you can be mad all you want, and you can probably try to come and slap my ass next. But I gotta be real. Your wife is the one who has placed you in this position to where, you do have all of these feelings and you are being attacked in this way. You know what I mean? Because she has done publicly a lot of things that were just flat out embarrassing. She placed you in a position to where you got that emotional. She's the one running around having sex with different little boys, and you know what I mean? And Will, you can say all day, every day, oh, we had an arrangement, or we weren't together, or this, that, and the third. So she had all reins to do what she wanted to do at that time. Blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, do you think people give a fuck about that? No. All they know is she was still your wife. They're not caring about, oh, well, y'all were on a break, or y'all were separated, or y'all had an arrangement, or y'all had an agreement. They don't care. All they know is this is your wife, and this is what you are allowing her to do. You are the man. You are the one that's supposed to be the leader. And so you are allowing her to behave this way. This is not a look. This is not a behavior. This is a behavior. Right? This is not somebody criticizing you like they do my husband and saying, oh, well, I don't like her tight outfits and she shows her midsection, and what kind of husband would let his wife, dress so sexy? This is not that. This woman has done things behavior wise that outright disrespected you as a husband, as a man. This is a whole different ball game, Will. And so when people have their critiques about that, yeah, you that's something that you have to face. And you can't be mad at it because again, it's something that she's made public. You know? So yeah, it's one of those things to where it's like, if your wife is the one who placed you in these positions to where the world is looking at you sideways and to where you do feel like you have to defend yourself and your masculinity and all kind of different things. All right. Dion says what Will did won't change his wife's behavior. And that's something that needs to be explored. That's something that needs to be explored. Thank you, N7. He says, when a man's wife has been unfaithful in the past and that man remains with her, you don't crack jokes about her ever because all that pent up rage will get turned onto you. This was ugly all around. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's already something that is extremely embarrassing for the man, you know? So you're absolutely right. Like you got to be careful with that because you never know what that man is going through internally. You know, he already probably feels some type of way about himself for taking her back or for dealing with her still, you know. And so if you're going to highlight that and joke about that and pick at that, but I want to highlight what Dion said. He said, look, you going out there and doing all of that, like she still is going to probably most likely do these things. So what did you really just do? And that's something that that should be talked about as well. Because let me tell y'all guys something, and it's coming from your little sister, all right? With all respect, all love, okay? Okay. I got my disclaimer out. While y'all are out there placing yourselves in positions to be harmed, locked up, have your livelihood stripped from you, all to defend the honor of a woman that did not care to make sure that your honor was being protected and defended. What are you really doing? And again, I get it because, again, Jada is his wife. But let's take it a step further. Let's make this something that is teachable for all of us in general. Guys, y'all have to be very careful about allowing a woman that is doing a lot of these things to herself, right? She knows what she's doing. She knows what she come on. And yet, here you are, still ready and willing to go to bat for her when all she's going to do is potentially continue to do these same type of things anyway that are going to get you riled up and so on and so forth. So what are you really doing, guys? So many guys have been harmed and hurt and killed and locked up trying to defend the honor of a female that was not honorable to begin with. You know? Again, I get it as your wife. I can't tell you as a man how to respond when somebody is, humiliating your wife or making her feel like she's not protected or safe, or whatever. Well, okay. But really think about these things, you guys, because I've seen so many guys mess up their lives or lose their lives trying to defend a woman that just turned around and did the same thing over. You went to jail for her, got out of jail and went back to her, and she did the same thing over, placing you in the same situation. So what the fuck did you really do? So just think about that, fellas. Think about, should I even place myself in something like this? Because ultimately she's the problem, not the people that I'm slapping, not the people that's making fun of me. They're making fun of us because of shit that she's doing actively. So sometimes it's just best to just be like, okay, and take it on the chin. Because these women just get to walk away scot-free, like nothing happened, while your dumb ass locked up or worse. Because again, you fighting other people and arguing with other people, it's not going to change her behavior unless she changes her behavior. Oh, I'm gonna just shut up, y'all. Because y'all know I'm gonna be real on all ends. Thank you to Harmony Pill. We all may have different views, but we still have to look at the bigger picture of what Danica is saying. Toxic is toxic. Time to heal. Yeah. See, over here on Nick Marie Dope Discussions, we get into all the different levels and layers of things, you know? We're able to see different perspectives and dive into different layers of the conversation, you know? But we're at the end of the day, we're going to address a lot of different things, a lot of different areas that need to be highlighted. And it's not to offend anybody or anything of that sort, but we got to be honest. Dyson says exactly. In fact, this is one of the many problems within our community. And this event proves that. And he would have been better off divorcing her, if anything. Can we be real, y'all? Let's be real, Dyson. Will is in love with Jada. Do y'all understand this? Hear me out. Let me zoom in so maybe you can hear me better. Will is in love with Jada. Period. This is in love. He's not divorcing her. He's not leaving her. He can have all the reason in the world to leave her and he still won't. Will is in love with Jada. This is why he will slap the fuck out of you before he would raise a finger to her. But yes, this can make us as a community, Black people, look a little bad, you know. Not gonna lie, because you know the first thing they're gonna do is go to, and even if they don't verbally say it, it's in everybody's mind, like, oh, Black people, God, these Black men, these niggas, you can take them out the hood, but that's about it. But still, the hood is still in them. Oh God. Even the best of them act like this. Oh my God. Somebody get security. Come on, y'all. No. Immaculate Mall says, would Will have done that today? No. And that's my point. That's my point when I say that Chris Rock was the perfect person to set that example with. I do not believe that Will would have responded had it been anybody else, not no Dave Chappelle, especially not Dave Chappelle. Let me tell y'all something. Energy does not lie. Okay? Energy does not lie. Sometimes it can, or I should say this, sometimes you can get the wrong idea and then it's like, oh my God, I didn't expect this. But for the most part, you guys, energy does not lie. And we all pick up on energy, right? We pick up on the energy of, this person seems to be the type of person that I cannot play this shit with, right? Even if they are a goofy, funny person, right? Let's take Dave Chappelle, for example. Dave Chappelle has the energy of, oh, he's such a cool, laid-back guy. He cracks jokes. He's funny. But Dave Chappelle has an energy and it's an overtone. Okay? You have undertones and overtone. Dave Chappelle has an overtone energy of, and I hate to put it like this, but I'm gonna say it anyway for a lack of a better word. That's a real nigga. Okay? Okay. We got it out there. We gotta be real, okay? We get that's a real nigga energy from Dave Chappelle. Am I right or no? Y'all correct me, but we get that energy from Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle will crack jokes with you. He'll laugh with you and all of that. But he also gives me the energy of, motherfucker. He got that Ike Turner meme energy. Like, Dave Chappelle will definitely stand his ground. Cat Williams, too. You absolutely right, Shira. Absolutely right. Cat Williams, too. Cat Williams, you can talk about him all you want. All right. He may be short and all of that. I did see Cat get a little flimsy, though. I saw Cat Williams get a little flimsy. But long story short, Cat Williams has the energy of he's still gonna stand his ground, though. Like you may fling him around a little bit, but he gonna stand his ground. Shit, you ain't gonna play with him now. And that's what I'm talking about. It's the energy of like, yeah, I'm cool, I'm laid back, I can laugh, I can joke, I'm funny. But energy, we pick up on that. We know who to play with. Come on. Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on now, Cletus. Come on now, Cletus. We know who to play with. And that's what I'm talking about with this Will Smith and Chris Rock situation. Chris Rock he has a very passive understanding energy. You know, like, yeah, I understand why you did it. I understand why you beat my ass. You know, I deserved it. It's cool, bro. Like, he has that energy to him. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't know Chris at all. But that's the energy that I pick up. All right. If I missed your donation, I apologize, y'all. But this is what look, I'm just being honest. Like, that's the energy. He said Kevin Hart would have took flight. I get that Kevin would have, Kevin would have did something. I do. I get that energy from Kevin too. Let me tell y'all something. Kevin, he has a lot of, and this is me, divine intuition insight. Kevin has a lot of trauma within him. Right? He has a lot of fucking trauma. Like, he has a lot of pain, a lot of anger, and he can be goofy, like, do all this extra goofy shit. But Kevin, he has a lot internally that he deals with. And yeah, I think he would beat your ass. Short and all. Y'all be underestimating the short dudes. Shit. I think Kevin would still beat your ass. because he has a lot of pent up aggression and pain and all of that. And if you guys could peep game on this, a lot of the people that are funny and goofy and all of that, a lot of those type of people, they're that way as a coping mechanism. They're that way as a means to pacify a lot of the things that they're going through internally, because if they didn't crack jokes and they didn't laugh, they would probably be beating somebody's ass or crying or in jail or self-destructive. And so that is why they use a lot of the comedy and jokes and laughter as an escape, because if they didn't, oh my god, like these people would snap on your ass. So if you guys peep game on a lot of the funny people, the reason why they're that way is because if I was not, I would be in jail. I would be on drugs. Shit, a lot of them are on drugs, but we're gonna leave that over there. I would be dead. I would be snapped on somebody and killed them. Like never. I don't underestimate those goofy, silly people. Those be the people that have the most pent up anger and aggression and sadness and pain that they are trying to escape and deal with. Thank you. Atisis, if he don't leave her, he gonna destroy him. Or she gonna destroy him from experience. We gonna touch on it. Because y'all know I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna touch on different layers and levels. There is some men out there that love so deeply, so strong, so intensely, to where they will overlook a hell of a lot of things for the sake of their love that they have for their woman. This woman could be destroying you. This woman could be hurting you, putting you through so much suffering and pain and embarrassment and all kind of things. But that love that he has for that woman, he's ready and willing to go there. Go through all the lows, all the highs, and all the in-betweens with this woman. And you're right, Atisis. I've seen guys be blinded by their love. And what's crazy, Atisis, I hope I'm saying your name right, is these men can absolutely know that this woman ain't shit. This woman, she's done nothing but destroy me. See, Atisis, the thing is, in a toxic relationship, in a toxic marriage, or whatever the case is, like, don't get it twisted. You're being destroyed every day. It's just a matter of complete and total destruction. But because a guy can love a woman so much, he can tolerate so much of the chaos and toxic behaviors that she may be putting him through and stay. I'll tolerate it until I can't. I'll overlook it until I can't. And they'll do that. And what they don't realize, though, Atisis, is they feel like they're doing these things, and this woman is going to respect him or love him and honor him even more, because she's seen that he's tolerating this. She's seen that I'm willing and ready to overlook these things, and I'm able to just profess my love for you in this way. I don't care what the people say. I don't care what the people do. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you're doing to me. They're thinking in their minds that they're showing this woman that I love you. And so by me showing you these things, this is going to reinforce your love for me. This is going to make you love me deeper. This is going to make you appreciate me more, because you see what I'm obviously tolerating and putting up and overlooking to be with you. But it doesn't. It does not. It does not. Let me tell you guys something, because I'm going to be honest with you. Women do not respect a tolerating ass man. Let me say it again, because a lot of you guys do have this assumption that, by me tolerating her and me showing to her that, I'm going to love her and accept her no matter what, that it's, again, going to make her love and respect that she has for you amplify. No. It makes us believe, feel, know that you can be manipulated, you can be controlled, and you will be around. It makes us take you for granted and take advantage of you. It does not amplify my love. We view you as weak. We view you as a tool that can be utilized. Because no matter what, here you are tolerating. No matter what, here you are overlooking. No matter what, here you are being there when I need you, when I want you. Guys, y'all have got to stop making that mistake. Feeling like, oh, I'll just bend over backwards no matter what, and she's going to love me, she's going to respect me, she's going to cherish me over anybody else. No, it doesn't work that way. She will eventually destroy you. And that's what Tyson is talking about. Because a lot of guys feel like, oh, if I just stay and show and prove my love, she'll get better. She'll stop doing these things. She'll do this for me. She'll do that for me. No, you're just going to destroy your damn self. You're going to self-destruct. And the reason why a lot of guys self-destruct, Tyson, is because they go into it with the notion of, I'm going to change her. If I just keep sacrificing, if I just keep overlooking, if I just keep doing, if I just keep showing, if I just keep loving, if I just keep. But each time you do that, you subtract from yourself. You diminish some part of yourself because you're constantly sacrificing. You're constantly giving up. You're constantly compromising. And what does she do? Take. She's not giving back into you. Because again, you guys have to understand female nature when it comes to guys doing that. We do not respect guys that we feel we can take advantage of. That's just really what it boils down to. We don't see it as, oh, you just love me so much. We see it as, oh my God, this nigga is weak. This man is weak. Oh, I can use him. And you self-destruct. You destroy yourself because you're each day in every way, you're giving up more and more and more and more of yourself into complete destruction and ruin and depletion because you're not being replenished. So you're right, Titus. You're right. Brothers, if you do feel like you're being, disrespected or you're not being appreciated or loved the way that you need to be loved or whatever the case is, it's best just to leave, not just to continue to tolerate and hope that she changes, or hope that she reciprocates, or hope that she notices your sacrifice, or hope. No, 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 no. What's up, Michael? No, no, no. You're gonna do nothing but, again, self-destruct. Black Mason says that chick Rebel Wilson was on stage and said Will's won the King Richard, but I thought Will's best performance was being okay with all of his wife's boyfriends. Y'all need to relax. Y'all need to fucking relax, bro. Y'all in here clowning. Chicago News says Will Smith new movie Hancock 2. Y'all in here. Y'all gotta relax. Lord. Y'all need to chill. Y'all need to chill. Let me do something. Let me ask something. We have a lot of people in the building today. Let me ask this. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. They in here clowning. Rage. They don't know how not to clown. You know what I'm saying? This is how they act over here on the Nick and Rito discussions. Just a mess. Goodness grief. Let me ask my question. Thank you, N7. I see why you have over 100K subscribers. You got another one now. Been listening to you preach for the last hour now. Oh, shout out to you. I appreciate it. Shout out to all our new subscribers. We did get a lot of new ones since we've been live. I appreciate you guys pulling up. Oh, wow. We're now at 112,605. When we started, we were at 112,500 and I think it was 45 or something. So shout out to us. They ain't here clowning Miss B. Welcome to Crown Head Nation, y'all. We clown over here. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat, you guys, if you agree with the way that Will Smith responded. Put a 2 in the chat if you disagree with the way that Will Smith responded. Thank you, Stevie. Black men do protect Black women. Okay. Stevie agrees with Will. He's like, look, I'm protecting my wife. You say some slick shit about her, I will slap the shit out of you. That's what Stevie is saying. So put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Thank you, Art. Will made his situation worse. People will be joking about him and his wife years to come for this. Silence in times of anger saves you 100 moments of regret. And this is something else I was thinking about, Art. Chris Rock will have so much material after this. So much. Can you imagine the jokes that Chris Rock will come up with after this? You know, so Will just helped out Chris so much because, again, people are looking at Will like he's the aggressor. He's soft. He's sensitive. You know, he can't take a joke. And they're looking at Chris like, oh, it's a stand-up guy. Oh my gosh, he just allowed that to happen to him and he didn't retaliate. Oh, that's respectable. And then on top of that, Chris is going to have so much fucking material, you guys. Thank you, G-Mac. He says, if you ever watch Key and Peele, Will is the guy forever defending Megan's behavior until he dies. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. But it's a lot of men who do that, though. Hold on. Okay. Black Mesa says, last time I saw Will, that mad was the Fresh Prince episode when his father didn't want him. Why this man don't want me, man? Man, I don't care what nobody say. That was the most heartbreaking, touching episode ever. Do you guys understand me? I think I cried. I think I cried on that episode, y'all. Shit. Now that was some passion. Why this man don't want me, man? Because whenever you see a grown man cry, like, That's it just do something to me as a woman. I just feel so bad. I just be wanting to hug them and bake them cookies or something, you know? But yeah. Sorenzo says, I don't see no ones in the chat, y'all. Hold on. I see a lot of twos. I don't know. It's a lot of twos. A lot of people don't agree with it. Terenzo says that's kind of love and hate tormenting a daughter puts a father through growing up, or a son to his mother. Things that make you laugh will make you cry. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Y'all here playing still? Billy says Dave Chappelle will quiz you. What did the five fingers say to the face? Can y'all just stop? Golly. Here they go. Just clowning, y'all. As says, been up all night after watching your stream. I get a good vibe from black women. Like, give me a reason not give up on sisters. I'm learning and understanding people's energy. Energy is everything. Yeah, you gotta learn how to peep game on energy. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you and your donation. Thank you, King J. He says, stay tuned for next episode of When Simps Attack. Will, this is what I'm talking about, Will. See, the thing about Will is this. Yeah, I hope he don't. I hope he don't go around smacking people for making jokes. I hope not. But the thing about Will is this. Although I don't feel like this will affect his career. I don't. Um, it does. It's going to affect him personally. We better than this, y'all. God, oh, they a mess. God, dog. Ugh. I'm already a mess. I don't need y'all in the comments doing this. I don't. But let me say this. It will affect Will personally. This is just going to amplify the jokes. You know what I mean? This all this done. This all this has done. So, for instance, again, like we alliterated earlier, like we illustrated earlier that Will has all these emotions going on. He's hearing what people are saying about him. He's feeling attacked. His wife is looking at him and she's feeling humiliated. And he feels like he has to provide or protect her and defend her honor and all of this, you know. And then, you know, he's being ridiculed on this massive stage in front of the world and all that. And then he has all this going on, right? And so he responds that way. And in his mind, he may feel like he's doing the honorable thing, what a man is supposed to do. I'm standing up for my wife. I'm standing up for my woman. I'm being the masculine man that people are out here saying that I'm not. And so in his mind, he could have believed that that's what he was doing. But no. People are looking at you probably even more weaker than they already did. Right? So it was one thing to just be out here like, you know, we're gonna laugh it off. You know, the most we saw Will do was smush somebody in the face. Smush. But to get up, walk over, cop back, slap the shit out of somebody, sit down, then yell from the audience, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. It made you look to a lot more people, even the people that already were viewing you in a particular light in the first place. You made yourself look even more weak. This is why you just don't never try to prove yourself. You know, that's a mistake a lot of us can make. Like we try to show and prove, especially men. A lot of y'all try to show and prove like I ain't taking that shit. I'm a real man. I'm macho. I'll beat your ass. I don't play by my woman. And you just end up making yourself look even weaker when you do stuff like that, especially when your wife has a reputation for being out there. Now you just look like you Captain Defend a hoe, Captain Save a hoe, and it's this is me being objective. I personally like Will Smith. I think he's a cool dude from what I see. You know what I mean? Y'all can talk about him all you want, say he's weak and all that. I think if anybody were to meet Will, he would be a cool guy. I do. I get that energy from Will. He's a good guy. I get that from Will Smith. You know, but I gotta be honest. You can look even more soft and weak for doing that. Again, I understand because that's your wife, and so you felt like you have to do what you have to do. You got all this pent up aggression and emotion. I get it, but still, you gotta understand what you did. You probably did a lot more damage than good. They say it's all staged. That was not staged, y'all. That was real. That was real. Look, y'all. It was real. It was nothing staged about it. It was no, you know. And so that's my thing. Like Will was better off just laughing it off. Or just hitting with the stone face. The stone face would have done even better. Right? Because look, if you guys peep game, Chris Rock was already uncomfortable when he saw that Jada was not laughing. This is why he said, "Oh, it's just a joke. That was a light one. It wasn't." He was already feeling some type of way based upon Jada's reaction. So if Will would have followed suit, like, or hit him with the stone face, but like start mumbling shit, and so the camera would pick up on the fact like we wouldn't be able to hear what he was saying, but Chris would have got the message. You know what I mean? Like if he would just if they would have zoomed in on Will Smith with the song face, and then we saw his mouth moving like Chris would have been like, "Oh, my bad, I'm sorry." And then I think that would have gave the same effect, y'all. I do. Because then people would see, oh, well, damn, he ain't playing. Like, they ain't laughing about this shit no more. They ain't got me. I better leave Will alone. But the fact that you got up from your seat and slapped him, like, you look overly emotional. And that could equate to weakness. I'm going to be honest. Art says Chris also made a documentary called Good Hair, criticizing Black women's hair. Now here he is making fun of Jada's hair. What's your thoughts on this? He made a documentary called Good Hair. I would have to check out that documentary. That's not some bullshit. What is good hair? All black hair is good hair. The hell? I don't know. Look. But let's get into this. We have some black men out here that feel like what Will did was good. You know, we had somebody in the comments earlier in the super chat was like, "Yeah, I stand behind Will. You know, we're supposed to protect black women at all costs. You know, protect black women, especially if that's your wife. You gotta, you know." Gold Professor says, "Let's talk to August about having Jada's name in his mouth. You like the way I hit that, Jada? Do it feel good? You need to relax." Now, see, Gold Professor, you gonna get your ass killed. Okay, not killed, killed. See, the joke that Chris made was something light. and he still got pimp slapped. You say some shit like this, you trying to get buried. Okay, do you want to be buried? Okay, do you want your funeral tomorrow or next Wednesday? Type energy. So, that's a whole new level now. We on a whole different levels. Y'all gotta chill. If Will was ready and willing to get gangster like that over this, can you imagine if somebody was like, yeah, keep her name out my mouth. Tell her I keep this dick out her mouth, bitch. Oh, nigga, you trying to die. Okay? Or do you want to be, buried or do you want to be cremated? Which one? Because y'all are playing. Y'all are playing, baby. Yeah, tell her keep my dick out her mouth, then I'll stop talking about her. Hell no, you trying to get whoopsie. You trying to get over here. Boy, finish him. Shit. Game Changer says, yeah, he used Chris Rock as an outlet for his own issues. Facts. He was the perfect target, Game Changer, because again, Chris Rock is not going to do anything. And it's no shade to Chris. I'm not saying once again he has soft ass dude. He ain't got no, it's not what I'm saying. But you can tell by his energy, like he's just not with the shits like that. If somebody did this to Chris Rock on the streets, like a random person, he's not going to fight them. I don't believe that Chris would fight them. I think that Chris would have called the police and pressed charges. But since it was Will Smith and all of that, he was like, no, I'm going to be on some real nigga shit and just, no, it wasn't that deep. But Chris in general, he does not give me the energy of I'm going to fight. I just don't. Wiggy Will says, when Will returned to his seat, I think Jada whispered to him, dude, I'm so proud of you. Pac would have done. I'm getting ready to wrap this up. Wiggy Will was the icing on the motherfucking cake. I'm getting ready to go ahead and wrap this up because y'all are not going to play with me. It is what I'm talking about. Will has all of this in his damn mind. Shit. Will is thinking about all of this. Come on, y'all. Come on. He's thinking about Tupac. He's thinking about August. He's thinking about what y'all say on social media. He's thinking about Red Table Talk. He's thinking about all of this shit. Why don't he want me, man? He got all of this energy in him. And here y'all motherfuckers come. Here y'all go. He already got to compete with a ghost. Got his daughter and shit writing love letters to her would have been daddy. Y'all got me fucked up. Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouths. Y'all keep on playing. Yeah, R.I.P. to Tupac. We ain't got time for this shit. God. You think Will ain't feeling all of this? And he still got to get on camera and smile. Yeah, Willow, Jaden, we got the new movie coming out, Karate Kids, yeah. He still got to play this shit off. Enough is a fucking enough, Chris. We gonna slap back. We gonna slap back. Will came on out with that. We gonna slap back energy, not clap back, bitch. We gonna slap back. It's only so much a man can take. Y'all gonna stop fucking with me. Damn. They just in here playing too much. Way too much. Let me just get my ass. I'm gonna get my ass up off of here, y'all. You know what? Go, Professor. Leave me alone. Look, I'm not reading shit else from you because you keep playing. You want to bring up the next man, and we saw August. We saw, come on, we saw what August had betwixt the thigh, and I'm sure that there's something else Will has to compare himself to. Like, damn, shit. Oh, we done with it. Ain't no acting in this motherfucker. Look, y'all not gonna play with me. I'm getting ready to wrap this up. I'm just gonna leave it here and say this, y'all. Look, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna wrap this up and say this, y'all. Will has a lot of pent up emotions going on, and that's why he responded the way that he did. Chris Rock was the perfect look. Chris Rock was the perfect example to be made out of, and that's just what he did. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, that's just what it is. You know, Jada. No matter what y'all say, he loves her. That's his wife, and on that type of stage, you know, he felt like he had to do what he had to do, especially when his wife looked humiliated. Okay, y'all. But y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all of you guys pulling up. I saw we had over 1,700 of us in the building. I appreciate it. Y'all let me know, what did you agree with? What did you disagree with? Do you feel like, let me run this real quick before we get up out of here. Do you guys put a 2 in the chat if you feel like Chris Rock is respectable for not hitting back or striking back, and put a 1 in the chat if you feel like that was some weak ass shit. We gonna run that one before we get up out of here, and then we gonna wrap it up. All right. Put a 2 in the chat if you feel like he was respectable. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like that was some bitch ass shit. Okay, I got a lot of twos. They're like, yeah, that was cool of him. I'm glad. Okay, we got some 1s though. We got some 1s. They're like, that's some weak shit now. But it's a lot of 2s. Oh, you got some 1. Oof. A lot of 2s. So I would say majority of people are thinking that Will was out of line, and Chris is respectable for what he did, and Will should have kept his composure. I think that's the general consensus of a lot of people, and I agree with that. You know, I feel like Will should have kept his cool. You know, because again, he exposed his weakness, and you just don't want to do that. But again, I can understand why, but I still don't think that he should have done it. Chris, on the other hand, I also agree that he did the right thing. It would have been tacky and just outright ghetto for them to just start brawling on the stage. Like, that would have ruined the whole entire night, the whole entire ceremony. Everything was been ruined. And so I respect them for doing that. And again, I want to parrot this and say this. I don't believe that Will would have behaved that way with the likes of a Dave Chappelle or a Cat Williams or not even Kevin Hart. Like, I think Will knew what battle to fight, and that's what he did. He felt like it was the perfect example to make. And so, but that's my insight. That's what I get from the conversation, or not the conversation, but that's my input, you know, as far as the conversation is concerned, and what happened between Will and Jada and Chris Rock. Y'all let me know, because you guys may have a different perspective. You guys may have saw something that I didn't see. You guys may have picked up on something that I didn't pick up on. So let's continue the conversation. And again, I appreciate you guys for pulling up. Y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. And we will see you guys in the next dope discussion. My name is Nick Marie. Welcome to all of our new crown heads. Thank you guys for all of your love and support and your donations. If I missed your donation, I apologize. Know that I take none of it for granted. I really do love you guys and appreciate you guys. But y'all continue to keep the conversation going. Let's see how y'all feel about this whole debacle between Will Smith and Chris Rock. Let's talk about it. I'll see y'all in the next one. Much love.